Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day here at Tablemon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be playing with some of the interesting decks from the World Championships leading into Baltimore. I think these will be showing up as it is the last tournament of this format before we get into Lost Origin. And so I figured we'd play with one of the most interesting ones from Worlds, I thought, which is the AGGRON VMAX ARCEUS deck. Now, AGGRON VMAX has the attack max takedown doing 270 damage. This Pokemon does 30 damage to itself, so that's not ideal. But 270 is a really, really nice number because you can get to the 280 threshold, which is enough to one-shot Arceus and one-shot Palkia, which are obviously the two big V-stars in the format. Now, you can also use the double turbo to help power up the AGGRON VMAX, as even with the double turbo you do 250, but with the choice belt now you're doing 280, or if you have 5 full energies attached, you then can utilize Zigzagoon to get that extra damage ping and get going. So we're going to power up AGGRON with ARCEUS VSTAR, of course, treating Nova doing 200 and allowing you to attach 3 basic energy cards and attaching them to your Pokemon V in any way you like. And then Starbirth getting you any 2 cards you need. So very, very nice way to help you in setting up. Outside of that, we have the Disruption of Marnie Path. We have setting up with Research and also Right Hand for recovery. We have triple Boss's Orders to make sure we are chasing down the right things. And we have Crobat and Bibarel to help support the deck, along with a Pumpkaboo to make sure that our own path or our opponent's path doesn't stop us from using Starburst. So let's jump into the ladder, see how we do with the deck. If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tablemon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Alright, so here we go. And if you're wondering why I hadn't uploaded more videos since I came back from Worlds, I'm very motivated. I really want to do a lot of stuff, but I really want to wait until Lost Origin comes out this Thursday to really get cranking with the videos and also with streaming. But I also had this really bad sore throat. It's not COVID. I'm still undefeated against COVID, which is really nice. Okay, this is actually a really, really good hand, other than the Pit of Start. Maybe I could have gotten rid of the Big Charm, but I think this is fine. We didn't price the AGGRON. So I just had a really sore throat. I think it has to do like with the traveling, with how I've been, like, I was traveling so much and I was walking so much, and I also hurt my foot right before Worlds. And so it felt like my body needed to, like, okay, Pablo, you need to chill out for a bit, right? So I took a few extra days off to make sure that I was feeling better, and now I am. All right. So my opponent does play down the Path to a Peak, which is unfortunate. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and Ultra Roll for the Pumpkaboo, and this is where I regret discarding that other Quick Ball over the Big Charm. Probably should have discarded the Big Charm instead. So I'm gonna grab the Pumpkaboo, as I do have 3 Arceus, 1 Incense, and 3 Ultra Balls, and I'm gonna be drawing cards with Bibarel and with Research. So we're looking for Energy, ARCEUS V, and a switching card, but especially the ARCEUS VSTAR, and there we go. Yeah, pretty fantastic. All right. So I do think I'll be needing another Arceus. I don't think the choice belt will matter too much. I would love to attach it to an AGGRON, but if I V-Star now, if I Starburst now and I grab double turbo and an AGGRON, then I'm missing the switching card. If I grab double turbo and the switching card, then I'm missing the AGGRON. So I think it's just better to yeah, I think it's just better to research, see what I get, and then afterwards, I really just want to get an AGGRON down. And the most important thing was attacking this turn, right? So now I get to Starbirth, and I get to do the best thing, which is switch out and play down a Path to a Peak to continue to stop my opponent and force them to be able to find their own Pumpkaboo if they want to use Starburst themselves. So not a bad start at all. We're going to take 2 prizes as well. We're going to go ahead and just power up the AGGRON, honestly. And that way I'm already threatening the KO on the ARCEUS VSTAR next turn with the right combination of cards. I did prize a double turbo, I believe, so it could have been a good card to get, but not quite. Alright. Okay, so my opponent is playing the TCG VSTAR. So this could actually just be the world stack. Ooh, does go after the AGGRON. So yeah, that's not ideal. The Merciless Strike is actually really cool. Okay, so I really would prefer not to Marty my opponent, right? Given what happened. And I do have knockout thanks to that choice build. What I can do now is get rid of these 2 cards. A6 again. I think I'm okay just retreating the active. Not ideal. I do have 2 double turbos prize, so finding it is just not good. It's not likely at all. So I think I'm gonna have to pay the 4 energy retreat cost here. I'm gonna go ahead and attach. I'm gonna go ahead and ping. I'm gonna go ahead and evolve, and then I'll draw an extra 2 cards. Don't think it will change much at all, but why not? And then we'll go ahead and retreat. So I'm basically committing fully to this ARCEUS at this point. If my opponent goes right hand into knockouts, that would actually be really, really sad. To the point where I might actually need to plan for that. So yeah, I'll still power up the AGGRON, as with right hand I can still potentially get a return KO. Not likely, but still possible. Okay, I get a switch and a double turbo. Okay, so I'd be close to getting a KO. Alright, Starburst still doesn't work. Wow, they were holding the Pumpkaboo. Oh my gosh, they're gonna hit the right hand, aren't they? They're gonna hit the right hand into return KO. They absolutely are. Do they play a second Luminion? No, just an ARCEUS, okay. Imagine if they had Luminion and they went right hand power up KO. That would have been potentially devastating. Because with the right hand, I would have been able to find either choice build or... Actually, maybe with the right hand... Actually, I would have been able to win with the right hand. Because I could use Merciless Strike to get a knockout. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Merciless Strike is actually a really good attack. Because of this, dude. I really hope they get the right hand. Okay, they didn't. If they got the right hand, I would have gone right hand onto the AGGRON V, grab either a Quick Ball, an Ultra Ball, a 6-second, or a Scoop Up Net, attach the double turbo, use a Scoop Up Net, put 1 damage counter on the active, and then I would have been able to get the KO. So, pretty good. Alright, we get to go first yet again, which is pretty awesome. Especially when you get Arc plus Energy, can't ask for much more than that. Okay, and we're up against another Decidueye deck, which is really sad. For them. It's really sad for them, because the AGGRON's pretty strong. Right, the extra card, pretty good. And there's Flychew, and there's Bebral, awesome. Okay, so I am a little bit wary of potential Path to a Peak, which is why... Like, I kind of want to use the Ultra Ball, but I also don't want to use the Ultra Ball. I think it's worth it, actually. I think I'm gonna use the Ultra Ball here and establish the Bidoof. I have the other Ultra Ball, and that can search for the Pokemon. I can draw cards. I can also Crobat potentially. I didn't price AGGRON VMAX, which is great. Yeah. All right. Bidoof time, and we pass. Can't ask for much more. I was just thinking, I haven't played Bibarel at I haven't played Bibarel at a tournament. Like, not even locals. I've been to locals like 2 or 3 times. I haven't played Bibarel in... Oh, no, I have. Never mind. I played a 1-1 Bibarel at the UAC, so I have played Bibarel in real life. I was just thinking, but I haven't played this sort of engine that only relies on Bibarel. But, I mean, eventually I will definitely have to, just based on rotation, right? All right. So, quick willing away, a fighting, probably for an Arceus. So the plan, if my opponent plays down a Path to the Peak, will be evolve, 6 AGGRON, 1 damage counter here, scoop up net, 1 damage counter on an Arceus, presumably, that they will be benching, yep. And then I'll evolve, keeping the Ultra Ball in my hand, and then I'll use Bibarel, see what I get, and then off the Ultra Ball I'm hoping to get either the ARCEUS VSTAR or the Pokemon if there's a Path to the Peak. What a start for my opponent too. Now, there is a solid chance that I could KO this Arceus as well, which is really nice. But I'm basically guaranteed 2 prize cards thanks to this Flying Pikachu in the active and my 6 AGGRON damage counter drop. Alright, chooses to retreat. Will be utilizing Trinity Charge. So this is definitely interesting. As long as I have the AGGRON response powered up, I should be fine. Alright, there's a Trinity Charge. Definitely gonna be powering up the Decidueye. If I could KO the Decidueye whilst powering up AGGRON, that would be the dream, right? But that's very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. Knocking out the active is now all but guaranteed at this point, honestly. Oh, wow, they're playing Dark Energy too. That is crazy. Okay, that Path to Peak is not a great card to draw. Alright, so we'll put 1 damage counter here. And then we will put 1 damage counter on the active. We will evolve, and we will draw cards first with a Bibarel. Alright, I get the Arceus. I got the wrong energy though. What I could do is Ultra Wall or Crobat, getting rid of the double turbo and the Path to a Peak. Well, the double turbo is also very useful. So, on the other hand, so if I quick ball for the AGGRON and use Starbirth for Choice Belt plus Energy, that means I get a KO. Or maybe I Crobat and see if I can get the KO on the Decidueye. I think that's way better. So you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. But Ultra Ball for a Crobat and draw even more cards. But I'm still missing a few pieces. I need Energy and Boss and Choice Belt. So as long as I find any of those, I will be able to knock out the Decidueye here. Wow, I got none of them. Oh my god. Well, that's brutal. Okay. Jeez. Okay, so I'm Starbirthing for Energy plus Choice Belt, get the knockout on the Arceus, and establishing the AGGRON, right? Jeez, what a horrible draw off of that. Off of that, draw. Okay, I'll be able to establish a second Beatus though, and double P-Barrel is really nice, of course. All right. So I can grab the Beeb, and then I can attach this. That's KO, and then I can go Quick Ball away, Quick Ball for the Aggron, power that up, and Aggron should be able to wreck my opponent into little pieces. And I have switching card just in case. I have the double turbo to power up the Aggron. The Aggron's also powered up now with the metal energies. So there we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. All right. Ultra Ball for Decidueye. They still have a V-Star available, so they could just end up using Decidueye's V-Star instead. All right. What else will my opponent do here? But yeah, they take a knockout, and then I take a knockout, and that's it. That's game over. I don't even need to evolve to take a knockout because of Merciless Strike. That's enough. However, if I do evolve, I'll be damaging myself. So the only reason to evolve would be to protect myself, but my opponent's not threatening 230 damage next turn. There's no way they can do 230 damage next turn, so I think we're fine. Yeah, Aggron will probably be the one to win us the game right here. And then all I need to do is place one more damage counter, and then Aggron V will actually literally just wreck my opponent. This is awesome. Actually, this is pretty awesome. All right. So I literally don't need anything else. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and Quick Ball away the Arceus, grab the other Zigzagoon, and just ping the Arceus right here. And then my opponent will probably end up attacking me with Flying Pikachu, which is fine. I definitely want to play the path down here. I'll draw an extra card, and then all I need is a boss to win next turn. And if this guy comes up, then that's fine. I can just evolve and get going. So we're good. Aggron V is actually really good. Aggron V is actually a really good card. Like, the more I play with this deck, the more I like it, honestly. To the point where I'm gonna order some Aggron VMAXs after this game. Alright, there's a double turbo, which means I won't be able to attack. I'm probably getting Marnied here. That's what I'd expect. There's still 2 bosses orders left in my deck. And I do have B-Brawl to refind the Aggron VMAX as well. And then if my opponent doesn't even Marnie me, then I just go boss and KO. Alright, there's the Marnie, double B-Barrel, feeling confident. Feel like it'll be okay. Okay, not so great. 140 damage. So I cannot survive with that. Okay, with this I can further damage this dude, but wow. This was literally the worst hand I could have possibly gotten. Off of that, Marty. Alright. That's useful. That could have been really, really bad. Maybe I got a little too confident. That also shuffles the deck. Alright, there's a Marnie, so I'm not getting KO'd next turn now, guaranteed. I'm also not KOing my opponent myself. Okay. I honestly think. Okay, I'm gonna attach an energy just in case. And I don't want to self-damage. I'm just gonna do cracking stump. Do a little bit of damage. I have knockout on this dude. The only thing that survives the attack next turn is this. And now with double Ultra Wall, I'm confident on the boss and the B-Brawl. Because now I might need to go boss on the Flying Pikachu instead. Alright, so what are we doing here, friend? I think the game should be over now. That money they did was really awful. We barely got out of that. Of the one card clutch B-Brawls. I don't know what I would have done without that. Okay, we just see a boss, which is fine. Onto the Crobat, out of all things, which is really weird. As B-Brawl would have been a better choice, I reckon, to try and strand me in the active. I guess their plan is, definitely B-Brawl. I don't know. I really don't know why they did that. Okay, now we just need any energy. Now all I need is an energy, so I'm gonna fail this. Then I'm use the first Industrious and Scissors. There's the energy, there's just the switch. And now I can go max takedown and win the game. AGGRON VMAX. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. This was actually very enjoyable. Obviously because I won and I love winning, but the deck honestly felt really, really good. And destroying the world champion deck in back-to-back games feels pretty good. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.